Hey YouTubers, Cyber924 or Mark. Just want to show you a new product that I got for, actually this is for the cemetery. This is the Stihl BR450C backpack blower. Just to give you a little bit of specifications on it, it has a 63.3 cc engine displacement. Weight is about 25.4 pounds. Fuel capacity 57.5 ounces. Air velocity 186 miles per hour. That's average. Max air velocity is 221 miles per hour. Air volume at the nozzle is 642 CFMs. Sound pressure rating 77 dB. Power source is gas, of course. The difference, as we can see here, this is something that I would say is revolutionizing the backpack blower. Is a lot of personal complaints on my end, as well as complaints for a lot of contractors, landscapers out there, is the fact of having to start the blower, throw the backpack blower onto your back and start blowing. A really nice feature with the Stihl BR450C is that it has an electric start. As we can see right here with this cover, as you can see is quite a bit enlarged and sticks out more. There's actually a built-in motor that it has this unit does have a battery inside, but it's actually charged by the actual generator of it's powered by it's generated by the flywheel. So the flywheel, of course, helps start it's part of the starting mechanism of the engine, but it also charges the battery, which charges the electric starter motor on this unit. And all it takes to start this, let's just make sure I got this kind of in focus, is this button right here. All you do is you push it in. As you can see, that's the electric motor turning. So that is actually a pretty good sizable feat to be able to have that kind of feature on the blower. Now, to get this feature, you are going to pay a price. You're pretty much going to pay the price of a BR600 to get this. Now, as far as engine displacement, there's a little bit, the BR600 is a little bit more powerful, but only by a few cc's, so it's not that big of a difference. But then you get the added feature of electric start. And you don't have to worry about, charging it or anything like that, because pretty much like I said, the flywheel charges the battery, so that while this blower is running, it'll charge the battery. Plus also, you still have the handy recoil. Here, let me get this back in focus. You also still have the handy recoil just in case if the electric start fails. Also, another added feature is the chute. Now, this I think is actually quite amazing, is that you see this little orange nut. Let me try to get this into the better sunlight. This orange nut, you spin it off, this thing actually folds in and it actually becomes very compact. So if you're storing this on your trailer or you're actually storing this in your garage, it's extremely space saving. You just turn this, it locks it. Plus also, to move the actual handle itself, I'll turn this thing over. You have this little, I don't know what to really call it, but you flip this out. You can actually then move this thing and twist that knob and locks it in place, so that you don't have to fart around with making sure that you have your T27 Torx to loosen the screw and move the control to your comfortable position. All in all, it's a really nice unit. I just picked it up today, so I haven't played much around with it, but from what I've seen, it does a very good job as far as blowing off headstones and also blowing grass off. I mean, when it comes to fall time to blow the leaves, that's when we'll really see how well this works. I mean, I think it's a very nice unit. The filler cap on it's quite nice. You know, you got plenty of room to fill it up without much spillage. I mean, the only really disadvantage I see is that to initially start it, if this thing is on a cold start, you still have to prime it, choke it, and then hit the switch. So that's the only disadvantage that you have. But once you get this thing going, you turn it off and you're moving something around, you can easily just hit the button, starts it right up. You also have you got your master controls right here. You have your on. Also, the thing I love about Stihl is if you don't push this lever down, automatically kills it. Then you have your throttle lock, which then locks it to the highest. You can have infinite adjustments as far as like locking it, but it'll lock it into the highest setting if you want, and you can just sit there and just move the one instead of having to keep on depressing your trigger down to let the air flow. But here it is, ladies and gentlemen, the Stihl BR450C. You can get it at your local Stihl dealer. I'd highly recommend it because it's something that I know a lot of landscapers and contractors are going to want to go out and get. And thank you for the video. Thank you for the view, YouTubers. Like, subscribe, favorite. You have a good one.